Hey everybody, just want to make a couple of videos for you guys in case you're ever in a active shooter situation. Just a couple little tips here that could help you out and have you better off with this knowledge than not knowing anything at all. We're going to be talking about situational awareness, knowing the difference between cover and concealment, and then knowing your entry and exit points. So I'll have a couple videos here after this one on my Instagram, and I'll combine all of them on my YouTube so you can watch them all together. But go ahead and follow, and if you have any questions or concerns, feel free to send me a message or comment in the comments below. Thank you. First topic is situational awareness. Whenever you enter a building, theater, or any environment for that matter, take a couple seconds to look around your environment so you know what you can manipulate to use for your benefit. Whether it's a table that you can flip over, but not like in the movies where it's going to stop a round from coming through, but it could be good concealment from the enemy. Or knowing your most advantageous position in the room, keeping mental notes of weapons of opportunity in situations where you may not be armed. But the best rule of thumb is to always be aware of your surroundings. It's not being paranoid, it's just mentally thinking of the worst case scenario and having a game plan so you're not left basically caught with your pants down. Because you never know when shit hits the fan, things are going to go south, and if you don't got a game plan to fall back on, you're pretty much running around like a rat in a maze. So just keep that in mind. Alright, this next one is knowing the difference between cover and concealment. In the military, they drilled this into us. I'm not sure if you guys understand the difference between cover and concealment, so that's why we're going to go over it. So cover is anything that can stop rounds from penetrating and harming you. Concealment is anything that can stop the visual of the enemy seeing you, but not necessarily stop rounds. Your best bet is to have something that provides cover and concealment. Like, for instance, a concrete wall would be great cover and concealment because they can't see through it and the rounds won't penetrate you, well, depending on how thick the concrete is. Concealment would be hiding behind a bush. They can't necessarily see you, but it's not going to stop any rounds from coming through and hitting your body. So knowing that difference will greatly increase your chances in an active shooter situation. So keep that in mind. Like, if you jump into a tent or something on the site, it's not necessarily going to stop the rounds from coming through, but they might not know you're in there, so you might not be taking rounds to begin with. But knowing that trade-off is definitely beneficial in a situation like that. Alright, so this third one, we're going to be talking about knowing your entry and exit points. So, in an emergency situation or panic situation, everybody's going to be running toward the exit or entrance that they had came into the building with. So, you need to kind of break that mindset of going out the same way you came in and start looking for other exits or other means of exits depending on where you're at. For instance, like you can break a window if you're on the ground floor to get out. Drywall if you're in a room. It's only probably max ½ inch thick, and you can break through that, usually 2 layers. In general, any other alternate exit points, even an actual labeled exit point where it says emergency exit, you want to take those instead of going out the main exit, because that's where everyone's going to cluster at. If someone's got a suicide vest on, that's what we're going to be looking for, where everybody's going to be clustered at that entrance, and that's where we're going to clack off a vest. Is better off not going with the crowd and just finding your own way out. If you go with the crowd, you're going to be fishing a bucket. It's plain and simple. But hopefully these tips helped you out, and if you guys got any questions, feel free to send me a message, and we'll go from there. Alright, thank you guys for watching. Bye.